I'm fresh from the ocean and ready to share. I learned to listen to my heart, and three things happened. I'll share those with you in just a moment. But first, let me ask you, do you tune into your heart? Do you follow the prompts that you feel in your heart and gut? Or do you push them to the side and do what you think you're supposed to do, what you've been told to do maybe? Hi, Abby Hanneman. If you don't know me, check out my other videos where I introduce myself. I learned a long time ago to follow where my heart led. But how do you know the message you're getting is coming from your heart? It feels true. That's the first sign. It feels true in your heart and in your gut. I talk about living heart-centered in chapter 2 of my book, The Ripple Effect of Joy. The heart is what I would call your internal compass. It points you in the right direction throughout life. And when you listen to your heart, you align with the higher frequency of your soul's calling, your soul's path. Some call this stepping into 5D consciousness, where we shift from fear-based living to a reality of trust, flow, and heart-centered alignment. One way to tune in, particularly when you have to make a choice between A and B, move here, move there, date this person or not, is to just take a few minutes, even just a few moments to sit in stillness, quiet your mind, focus on your breath. Once you feel still, vividly imagine that first choice. What do you see? How does it feel in your body? Sink into that. Then do the same with the second choice. Imagine the second choice and repeat. What do you see? How does it feel? I always feel very clear guidance when I do this. One choice just stands out. It feels more alive. It feels right somehow in my heart and in my gut. And it's not a mental process. It's not a laundry list of pros and cons, although I made plenty of those when I was younger. Instead, it's guidance from your truest self, your highest self, your soul self. So what three things happened when I learned to listen to my heart? Well, one, my mind calmed because I was just no longer operating in that 3D mindset of fear and logic and shoulds. Instead, I was aligning with the higher frequencies of trust and knowing. Two, I felt more in flow with life rather than fighting it, where choices felt guided rather than forced. It was as if I had tuned into the current of my higher timeline rather than swimming against it. And three, I let go of supposed to and plugged into playful, which brought me joy, which raised my frequency and aligned me with experiences, people, and opportunities that matched that vibration. The more we embrace what lights us up, the more we step into a 5D way of being, where joy is not a luxury, but a guidance system. So what might your heart be calling you to do? Sometimes it's the toughest stuff, leaving a job, leaving a relationship. And these things can be scary, I know. But if your heart is calling you to do it, you have to. In the 5D, the universe doesn't just support you, it conspires with you. When you act from an open heart, aligned intention, reality reorganizes around you, bringing the right people, opportunities, and synchronicities into your path. Trust and take the leap. Your highest timeline is waiting. So comment below, what are you feeling called to do? Do you have the courage to do it? Maybe you really want to go back to school or move to another state or even another country. Let me know. Or comment on something you've done that your heart called you to do that took courage. And now you're incredibly grateful that you did. I'd love to hear your story. So today's takeaway, let your heart be your compass and trust it to guide you where you truly belong. One of the easiest ways to connect with your heart is through heart-focused breathing. And here's how to do it. When you're in a safe place, naturally, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Then bring your attention to your heart. Imagine breathing in and out of this space. As you breathe, think about something that brings you joy. Maybe a cherished memory, a loved one, or even the sunlight on your face, the feeling of that. And do this for a few minutes and notice how your energy shifts. I practice this often throughout the day and especially at night when I wake unexpectedly. After a recent session in the surf where dolphins playfully swam nearby, all I have to do is recall that moment. Instantly, my heart feels full, expansive, as if I'm reliving the magic again. And of course, as promised, here's one of my favorite things, which just happens to align perfectly with today's topic. Kimberly Snyder's Heart Open Chocolate Mousse, which I've linked below. If you're a fan of chocolate, make this mousse. It's so good. I love it with fresh frozen blueberries. So I just buy organic blueberries, freeze them, and bring them out when I need them. Super simple. And remember, do what lights you up, because joy isn't just an emotion. It's the frequency of creation. The more you align with it, the more you step into your highest expression. It's a state where synchronicities happen, intuition strengthens, and life feels more expansive. I invite you to comment below and keep this conversation going. Until next time, wishing you waves of joy.